Here for Cosmic Rage, bringing you another production update. So last time we talked, we went over the thumbnails and how those are all wrapped up for episode 2. And I'm going to dig more into those thumbnails and show you more of those for episode 2. But right now I just kind of want to mention that they're really quick sketches and ideas as to just stuff that's going on in that shot and in that scene. So what characters are in the shot, what kind of camera angle is it, what movements are going on, is a character walking in, is the camera pulling out, is it panning across stuff, things like that. So like I said, I'm gonna dig into that a little bit deeper, but that's kind of what that process is if you're unfamiliar with it on the surface. So now that those are done, I'm gonna go back into the first scene of the episode and start kind of fleshing that out a little bit more, working on, finalizing, if you will, what characters are in the frame, all those things that we talked about, start kind of messing around with timing and kind of seeing how those characters move with the voiceover, sound effects, start working on sound design and kind of taking a different approach than I did with the first episode. Just kind of going over some of my notes here so I don't overlook anything. This weekend I reached out to all of the voiceover talent that voiced all the characters in episode 1. I'm trying to get them all on board for episode 2, and so we can get all of the script and lines recorded kind of all at once right up front. Also kind of working on that audio production too, getting the music and sound effects and stuff like that going, and I want to work on getting that stuff done up front. Just in case I do need to recast, find new audio, something like that. So I want to get that done, up front, like I said. And I want to start, and I really want to flesh out the animatic more for episode 2 than what I did for episode 1. So you'll see more of a really loose animation with voiceover and stuff like that. And I look forward to sharing that with you guys when the time comes. So kind of on that same note, while I reached out to all of them, I also did start doing some of those drawings for that animatic as well. So I got some of those things done. I've been layering the artwork in Photoshop a little bit, and I want to dig into that process a little bit more with you guys. I didn't have a ton of time to get that done because I wanted to get reached out to the voiceover talent, and I also had a lot of TA work this past week too. So. Just kind of some life stuff going on, which was to be expected for these first few weeks with the class starting and stuff like that. So now things should even out a little bit more, and I can kind of record like a walkthrough video and stuff like that for you guys because I think that'd be a blast. So with a new month coming up, and I know October's been pretty hectic, but I wanted to share this kind of update with you guys for what I have coming up for November, kind of what I have scheduled. So I wanted to schedule out my posts a little bit better because I have been pretty bad at that just with all the pre-production work coming up and things like that. So I got my production updates scheduled, which I want to get posted on Mondays whenever I have time to get them. So they might be early in the morning on Monday, or they might be Monday night like this one. And then Thursday I want to get into getting more into the process of Cosmic Rage. So that might be doing a little bit of retracing into episode 1 a little bit, kind of as we keep going on that platform, or kind of on that route, I guess. And then I also got Patreon stuff coming up too, because I've been really bad about kind of having exclusive stuff for Patreon. So that's going to be in the works for November. And then also, I'm going to be experimenting around with doing some releasing on Sundays of episode 1. So the things that you see in that left column, scene 1, 2, through 5, those are all going to be for episode 1. They're not for episode 2. Those are going to be the final ones. I just want to kind of experiment to see if, kind of how if viewers check those out, since scene 1 is shorter than what the full episode is. If somebody doesn't want to commit 20 minutes to watching the first episode, this kind of breaks it up a little bit more and probably makes it a little bit more, for that kind of that web platform with shorter content. So, and that's going to be how episode 2 is going to be released as well, but I'm going to get more into that. You can see, maybe the second week of November is what I have that scheduled for. So yeah, I wanted to really kind of sit down and go through that and kind of plan that, because I'm admittedly not a huge fan of scheduling blog posts. And the reason is because I want you guys to know that when I write something or when I post a video, I'm recording it like in that moment, right? Like that's kind of the things that are going on with that. Like I don't want to, you know, record a video and then post it, you know, like a month later, because something might have changed in that month, right? Like I want to, like I said, I want to do it in the now and get that posted up, and then, you know, that's what it is. Um, so yeah, I look forward to trying this out. And admittedly, I've always kind of pushed things off like a day, and this is probably pretty basic time management stuff, but I've never really done, you know, the scheduling stuff and doing as many video posts as well too. So I'm gonna be looking into a couple things too to kind of upgrade the camera and stuff like that as well. I want to look into some, you know, maybe some software that I can get that will hook up with my my DSLR camera, so I can have, you know, a couple different video angles. Maybe you know, have me while I'm walking through doing some rough drawing and animation and things like that. So yeah, so that's what we got going on. The production updates, excuse me. I'm gonna try to do almost all of them as videos, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work. So I might explore around with maybe doing kind of a bi-weekly thing, where maybe I do a video, you know, 1 week, blog post the next one, and then video after that, and so on. So, but yeah, November should be a lot of fun. Gonna be a little crazy with some of the holidays in there, and I got a couple things going on. Also, I have a work retreat this upcoming weekend, so I might be a little bit kind of strapped for time there. And then the weekend after, I'll actually be in Omaha for NebraskaCon and sharing a bunch of panels and things like that. So I'll give you guys an update on that next week, and hopefully we'll see you there. So, all right, thanks for stopping by, and we will chat again soon.